Good morning, my friend. Dean Holland here, of course, on the way to Internet Profits HQ this fine morning. Welcome to today's episode of The Drive.
The Drive.
Hey, what is happening, my friend? Hope you had a great weekend. The week is here upon us. A day that I used to dread, but a day that I now love. There's nothing better than working, well, in my humble opinion, there's nothing better than running your own business. And we've got a bit of a big issue to talk about this morning. But just before we get to that, hope you had a great weekend. I had a busy one myself. So Saturday lunchtime, my fiance and I, Robin, we went for lunch with my mum and her husband. And we went to a nice seafood restaurant, had some amazing food. Then later that evening we went to see a charity boxing fight with a friend of ours who was raising money for cancer research. And then yesterday, Sunday, which is why I feel a bit tired, to be honest, we actually went to an outdoor open-air Lionel Richie concert. Something, so years ago, I remember Robin saying to me that kind of one of her bucket list things in life was to see Lionel Richie. She said her mum was a big fan when she was growing up, and so she listened to a lot of his music. And so took her this weekend to see Lionel Richie in concert, which was awesome. Really great day. Sun was shining. It was just beautiful. But all while this was going off, I started reading about a huge shake-up in the internet marketing space over the weekend. Now, I will just put a bit of a disclaimer here at the start. Right now, everything that I've read so far is speculation and assumption and all that kind of stuff. Nobody has an official kind of wording, although you could say an official post was put out by representatives of the company inside of a private Facebook group. So you can kind of say that there has been some level of official standing without too much more beyond there. So MOBE, one of the biggest, most sizable companies in the internet marketing space right now, sadly appears to have been taken down by the FTC. Now, I don't know why. We don't know right now. We don't know what's going on, but all that's very, very clear and very obvious is that at a certain point over the last few days, every single one of MOBE's websites were taken down and no longer online. What we do know is there has been a post inside of MOBE's private Facebook group stating that the tech team have stated that the FTC have taken down their websites and they are under investigation by the FTC. Now, this is obviously a terrible, terrifying and horrific occurrence, and my thoughts, sincerely, I mean, I don't know the guy personally, but my thoughts go out to Matt Lloyd and MOBE. And, you know, obviously, you know, something's happening. Obviously, something's gone wrong. You know, obviously, there's been a lot of something happening somewhere. You know, and I can't say too much on this. All I will say is that, you know, if you're in MOBE and if you've obviously been affected by this, which obviously, if you're in MOBE, you have been affected by this. What I will say is like, what can you do? Well, I've seen, you know, I did spend a little bit of time reading a lot of the comments. I mean, there are literally been over 1,000 comments in the group just on this one post alone that I read. And, you know, I see people talking about praying and hoping, which is, you know, I understand if you're religious and you want to do that, that's fantastic. But I want everyone to just be also realistic and understand that this potentially could, even if they win this battle, still could potentially be a very, very long process. I mean, I'm only saying that based off of previous things that have happened in the industry that I've seen of companies being taken down. I mean, you can be a year or sometimes more under investigation with all this going on. And like I say, I've followed Matt Lloyd. I've seen his stuff for many years, and you know, I believe that he and his company does great things. You know, I've learned a lot over the years from MOBE. And I've taken inspiration from his achievements. You know, it's been nothing short of incredible to see that. But obviously along the way, something has to have gone wrong somewhere. My personal opinion is obviously the FTC get involved if there are a rising considerable number of complaints. You know, you don't get 1 or 2 complaints come in and the FTC launch a huge investigation to a cost of probably millions of dollars potentially. You know, there has to have been a lot going on, and rightly or wrongly, this is obviously devastating news for people, and that's what I want to kind of give a bit of a word to here, is that whatever you are doing online in your business, if you are, particularly let's talk about if you are a network marketer or you're an affiliate marketer and you're promoting other people's products of any kind, you know, you really need to ensure that you are building your own audience, building your own brand, if you like, connecting people with you, and not just driving traffic to a company. Because it's here where I feel, you know, incredibly sorry for anybody that's in MOBE. You know, any of MOBE's, you know, consultants or whatever it is that they call them, you know, the people in the downlines or whatever. I don't know the full ins and outs of MOBE's business model, but just of what I've read in the last 24 hours. And, you know, if you've put yourself in that situation and you haven't been building your own audience, then you're in a world of pain right now, because you have nothing now. Do you know what I mean? And so, you know, it's a situation where if that's happened to you, you have to now grow and develop and be better going forwards. And it's a very tough lesson, a very expensive lesson if that's you. But the biggest takeaway here of all is that you have to build your own audience. You have to be driving your own traffic, building your own audience and list, getting that list to know, like, and trust you through continual value, through consistent follow-up and communication with them. And therefore no one can ever take that away from you, and that's the biggest thing, you know. And we obviously have certified partners, we have affiliates and affiliated partners and certified partners in the company. We do have a done for you solution where we provide people with offers and sales funnels and programs and marketing materials. But one of the things that we heavily do is we insist on people building their own audience, driving their own traffic, and we extensively have spent significant sums of money to bring the right training and the right people in to ensure that people do that. And I think out of all the things we could say here, that's the biggest thing of all. So with that said, of course, I am here at Internet Profits HQ. To anybody this is affected, you know, hang in there. Who knows what's going to happen? It's a very sad and scary thing for a lot of people. Some people are going to have some expensive lessons here, but that would be my biggest key takeaway. So with that said, of course, if you're not part of the Internet Profits family and you're here on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. I drive here to the Internet Profits headquarters every day, Monday through Friday, and share as much value as I can on the way. So with that said, time for me to jump in and begin this week. So until then, take care. Bye-bye for now.